Hello and welcome to the video. Today you join me out in my garage here and I'm going to share with you some of my plans to convert it into a clinic to run my sports massage business from. So let's see if I can remember everything. Let's start down at the far end of the garage there and work our way back down. So you can see I've got the electric roller door there. Now a lot of times people would just replace this with a window, but the idea is that I want clients to be able to come straight in here to get the massage and not have to walk through the entire house. So my plan is to remove the garage door completely and then essentially fill the space with PVC windows and doors and not have to block anything up. So although the cost to get something made to measure may be a bit higher, I'd like to think that's offsetting the cost of blocking part of the garage door up. Now I've thought about it when it comes to the windows and doors, and what I'm planning to do is split it into 3 panels. The one on the left there, if you're looking at it from the outside, will just be window. The second panel, so the middle one, will look like a window, but with the option to open it up through like a catch at the top and the bottom. And then the right hand one will be a door with a handle on, and the idea is that the door will swing open this way, so against that existing wall there, just to try and maximise the amount of space that I've got inside. Now you can probably tell there, not sure, I've got a fuse box. Not really much we can do about that. It's not worth paying to move it, I don't think. So my plan is just to box that in. This far wall here is an outside wall, so we're going to have to build stud work and insulate that. So just try and box that in, but obviously keep it accessible in case a fuse trips or something like that. Let's just spin around to this side of the garage. So this is the outside wall again, but I have got a tap there which needs removing. A plumber came round last night to have a look at the work that needs doing, because there's a few little jobs that he'll need to do. So he'll need to remove the tap that's on the inside here, and I don't know if you can tell, but we put one of those DIY outside taps in, and basically the issue we've had is that the water pressure to the hose outside has been absolutely shocking, and I think it's because of that. So while the plumber removes that tap, he's going to remove that as well and put a proper bend in the pipe and put a proper tap on the outside. So that's a few of the bits that the plumber needs to do. We did also discuss about putting a radiator in here. He thinks that would be worthwhile and would regret not doing it. So we're thinking it'll probably go around this wall here, maybe, because of the pipe work. But need to really have a think about where best to position that. The other job he has to do is remove this pipe here. That was for a fire that was on the other side of the wall there where the living room is. Obviously not used anymore, so he's going to cap that off up in the roof space there. And then that leaves this entire wall here, which is considered to be an internal wall. Nice and easy. We're thinking we're going to just dot and dab that wall. Into the corner now, and you can see we've got the boiler there. Excuse me. A bit like with the fuse box, it's not really worth paying to move it. I think that'd be quite a big job and quite an expensive job, and I want to try and do this not on a super tight budget, but if I can save some money, I will. That's why we're going to try and do the stud work ourselves, the plasterboard, things like that, and then just get the plumber, electrician and plasterer in to do the rest of it. So yeah, boiler's over there, need to try and box that in. Not sure how easy that's going to be with the pipes coming down there. Tumble dryer is going to stay here, not sure if you can see that there, just because it's the most convenient place to put it at the moment. My idea is to have this entire area here next to the door as like storage, so box the boiler in, maybe box the tumble dryer in, get some cupboards for storage, make use of that bit of the wall there for storage as well. Yeah, just try and keep everything in that corner really, away from the rest of the garage. So let's have a quick look up at the ceiling, and you'll see I put some loft boards in just for a bit of extra storage there. That's been really useful so far, and I've deliberately left that space there for a hatch to go in. I've already got the hatch, but we need to actually install it. It won't have one with a ladder on the end because Don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of wood support at the top there, which is in the way really. So we'll just use an extendable ladder when we need to go up there. Lighting isn't the best in here at the moment. We've got this batten light, and when the electrician came round, we spoke about potentially rotating that 90 degrees and moving it along, and then adding another one just to even out the light a little bit. But he said the cost of getting downlights wouldn't be that much more, so I thought let's just do it properly, put downlights in. I really like downlights. We've got them in the extension there and the bathroom, and really like them. We're actually thinking of getting them through the entire house. We live in a bungalow, so it's a relatively easy job with all the access in the loft there. But in terms of the switches, there'll be one at the end there. There's already a light switch there next to the electric opener for the door. So put one there, and then one at the other end there where there's also an existing light switch. Is there anything else I need to share with you? Right, bikes. So I've got my good bike on the turbo there, and that's my commuter bike there. These are going to have to stay in the garage. There's nowhere else for them to really go. I would like to still use this as a bit of a training room as well as where I'm doing my massage, and the bike on the turbo doesn't take up a huge amount of space, so I don't think that'll be a problem. The commuter bike is going to stay here in as well, but when it comes to storing them, rather than just having them out and about like they are now, I'm going to get some hooks to go on the wall. I've seen them before where you hook it up essentially like that, and it swings around so you can put it pretty flush to the wall. So that's my plan. I just need to have a think about where best to put them. I'm thinking probably around here. So the door opens that way, so maybe just off to the side there maybe. TV on the wall's going to go. Treadmill. Now that's something I bought, I think it was last year. Yeah, I think it was last year, and I think I'm going to have to sell it, to be honest. I haven't got a huge amount of use out of it. I don't particularly like running on a treadmill. I'd rather go outside and get wet and cold than run on a treadmill, being completely honest. And I just realistically don't think there's going to be enough space in here with everything else, especially when you got the massage couch out. It's actually in the bag there. But although it is a portable one, depending on how busy I am, I might as well keep it out. So I think the treadmill is going to have to go. Yeah, not really much I can do about it, but at least what I sell it for will offset some of the cost of the rest of the project. In terms of the floor, I've got some of this like gym matting down just on top of the concrete floor at the moment. What I'm planning on doing is building a floating floor. So that is essentially insulation, chipboard, and then whatever we put on top, which will be lino. And you can see that the step up into the main house there is quite big. I definitely don't think it meets building regs. So the story behind that is that when we had our extension done, built off the back over that way, we had a doorway put in from the office there so that we can come into the garage through the inside of the house, which has been absolutely amazing. If anyone has to go outside to get into your garage, I feel sorry for you, because yeah, when you bring stuff, clothes like into the tumble dryer and things like that, and then just getting wet and you getting wet is a nightmare. So being able to access your garage from the inside of your house is brilliant. So anyway, going back to the floor, when I do the floating floor, that will obviously bring that step up quite a bit. There will still be a step. We can't get away from that. But I'd rather have the step there than a massive step all the way over there. So we're going to have a bit of a step, obviously, because the door won't go straight flush to the ground, but it will be a step up into the garage and then another step up into the office on the other side of the room there. There's my internet stuff, got the router, switch, Raspberry Pi, Alexa, that sort of stuff. Hope you didn't hear that. Basically, I want to get rid of that. So when we had our fibre installed, the guys there put a long cable up into the roof space there. That's where the box is. Not pointing in the right place, there we go. That's where the box is, and there's a cable that goes from the box to the router. So my plan is to, when the electrician comes, he's going to put a double socket up there, and then I'm going to move everything that you can see here up into the loft space. So it just gets it out of the way. I'll have to run new Cat5 cable. If you don't know, I work in IT currently, so I've got most of the house wired up to a physical network cable. I'm going to have to run new Cat5 up probably that wall there before we do anything with it, along in the ceiling there, and then over to where the router and everything is going to sit up there. So I think that's about it, to be honest, guys. Just having a look around, seeing if there's anything I missed. I don't think there is. So there's quite a bit to do, but it's quite exciting to be getting my teeth stuck into a project, especially one where I'm actually going to be doing some of the work rather than just trying to organise contractors to come in and do the bits for me. What I will say, if you've got any suggestions on how I can best use the space, or any suggestions on how to make my life easier, essentially, when it comes to converting the carriage, it could be the size of the battens, what insulation to use, any recommendations for board in the ceiling. Is that something I should probably get someone in to do, or can I do it myself? That sort of thing, that'd be great. So that's about it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this one, please watch the video on screen now, where I cover some of the reasons why I've decided to switch careers and become a sports massage therapist. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.